All right. We tend to see stuff on the internet which kind of irritates us, and we are like, oh, what the fuck, man? Are you serious? Like, what the hell is this? So I made a list of the 5 things that I see that people do online, which I can't understand why they do it or what is the purpose. Or for me personally, I can't stand it. I can't understand it, and I find it without a doubt the most irritating. So I'll give you the 5. You tell me out of these 5, which one do you find the most cringe stuff, okay? And these are actually stuff that people do online. Okay, at number 5. Have you seen people making the heart shape? With their hands, they make a heart shape. Okay, now, if it is an adult, if it is a child, a small baby girl doing heart shape, I can understand. Okay, fine, it's a 10-year-old girl also, I can understand. 12-year-old girls, I can understand. But just imagine if a grown-ass man, a grown man, or a grown woman is doing that heart shape and showing you, posing for a photograph. In fact, I got shocked when one of a known author, speaker, public figure, I mean, the guy is, I don't know, maybe he's going through tough times today or whatever. Such a known figure, with, whom I used to look up to and respect once upon, he's doing this and saying, believe in yourself. And what? You need to love yourself, and he's showing the heart shape. Are you, man, he is at least, I think, 50s or 60s right now. What the fuck are you doing, man? And then even worse is when, a guy is with a girl and they're posing like this. They're showing the heart shape like this and clicking a photo for Facebook. Man, it's obvious you want to get laid. It's so funny, just to get laid, the extent to which guys are ready to act stupid or silly, and girls, just to look cute, they'll come like this and say, don't break my heart. I mean, grow the fuck up, man. Anyway, that is at number 5. At number 4, I'm sure you must have seen this. Have you seen people when they celebrate their birthday, what they do? That cake smashing, right? I've seen incidents where they smash the cake, the table has broken. I've seen that when there was this fake video circulating online where they showed they smashed the cake and he suffocated or something. Then there are incidents where they try to smash the cake and the balloons were filled with the flammable, I think, helium or something, and it caught fire and everyone's hair caught fire or some shit like that. But for me, the most irritating is smashing that cake. In fact, in one of they had a spike, and that thing went in the girl's eye. It actually went in her eyeball. It is, fuck. I mean, what the fuck is this cake smashing? I cannot understand. It's food. It's for somebody, it's a meal. They'll even though I'm an atheist, I can tell you they'll give you gratitude. They'll pray for you that you give them this food. You're fucking wasting food, man. It's a shame. I don't know. Okay, if it's some wrestling, WWE, where they're throwing food at each other, fine. But come on, man. What's the point and purpose of smashing a cake? I find it incredibly bad taste. I don't like it. And I don't know why people do it. Anyway, this is me. Maybe you like smashing cakes. Go ahead. But for me, I find it stupid. I don't like this cake smashing nonsense. At number 3, there was this incident, because it's fresh, I will not bring the specifics, where a small girl got injured. Okay, an accident. It's unfortunate. But the thing that really baffled me, that I couldn't wrap my head around, the guy is asking, please forward this to others. And he has even put a hashtag, prayers for his daughter's name. Hashtag, he has put a fucking hashtag. Please make this trend online so people can pray. And then you can see the comments with the girl's photograph in the bed with tubes and all that, unconscious. And people are putting there, sending thoughts and prayers. They're typing it out, sending thoughts and prayers your way. Oh, praying for you. I'm sending healing vibes. They're sending it via their phone, typing sending thoughts and prayers. They're typing it out and enter. I don't know how many prayers the gods received via Facebook. Maybe he was checking his phone. Oh, 10,000 prayers and thoughts I have received. Okay, good. 10,000 healings I will send. Oh, it's trending. Hashtag on Twitter. This is a good time for us to perform a miracle. I really don't know what to say. In fact, I can't wrap my head around what kind of mentality the father has, that he can see his daughter lying there. Okay, fine. If you're earning your livelihood through social media, fine. You're trying to get donations, or your whole life is on social media, on camera. And yes, you have to put this incident. I can understand. But all of a sudden, you're like, please share it with everyone, forward it, making a trending. I don't know, man. For me, sending thoughts and prayers via Facebook and social media, it's like, you remember those previously what people used to send? They would send you the photograph of some god or one baby with a tumor. If you share this to 10 people, Mark Zuckerberg or Facebook will donate $1 for every like. And if you share it, $2 or some shit like that. And people who just blindly forward and share. You can hear the cricket, or I don't know what you call that insect. At number 2, this I think this is the trend of the fake coaches and gurus. I got one guy from Africa. He sent me this from Africa. The guy, he is posing. He's like this, with a shirt open, suit, and nice background, and you can see a Photoshop image of a jet and Rolls Royce and him shaking hands, and nicely done. It's the JPEG MNI. In fact, his website is, he's standing next to a jet, private jet, and Rolls Royce and champagne glasses with people and beautiful girls. And now all that was fine, but then he says, I've traveled around the world. I made my billions. I've helped to generate billions, 7-figure, 8-figure income for corporations, and it's time to give back. He's saying, book a free session with me. book a strategy session. And then when you click his website, he's so irritating, this noise. When you click his website, he has a calendar. You can book a session and he'll give you advice. In fact, the very funny one, in my groups I share this. This is Indian boy from Goa. I will not give his name. I don't want him to get bullied and mocked. The guy he doesn't stop. Oh, and hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I want to tell you how I helped people earn 7-figure income. So click online, smash that like button, and let us start your journey to making millions. In fact, one other video which I shared, it's unlisted. I shared it with my group. This small boy, big ass headphones, and here's my hello everyone. Here my friend, there is a Zoom call, like there's another guy here. They both look like two small kids, and he's like, I want to share the secrets of my client here, who's today earning $10,000 per month, running a social media advertising agency. Oh my goodness. I don't know whether to feel sorry for them or whether to laugh at them. I shared it with my group. Everyone was having a good time. Oh shit. Your first step, believe in yourself. Second one, have a goal. Third one, delegate tasks. You can hear this. It's firecrackers. Someone won a lottery. When they win a little amount, they like to burst crackers. Anyway, and last, if not the least, the most cringe-worthy stuff that I see online is, these expats who come to UAE, go to UAE. Okay, they start having a life there. All of a sudden, when you go there, you're new. But after you stay there for a few years, you start assuming that this is your country. Okay, I stayed here for so many years. Like for example, I stayed there for 40 years. But the comedy is when on UAE National Day or something, they'll put, I love my motherland. So, and then ... UAE is my home. And then you see his name, Ravi, Raju or Shyam or some Indian name. Think of some Akshay or whatever. You begin to wonder what these guys are smoking. Yes, you're staying there, but I think it's somewhere they forget. I can't stay here without a visa. I can't stay here without a job. I can't stay here without money. The day either the money runs out or the visa expires or there is no job, they'll take your ass and they'll kick you out of the country. Okay, that is what happens. In fact, if you have been there, even when I was there 36 years and I had to cancel my visa, when I came back with a new visa, at the immigration, unbelievable, huh? Even before boarding the aircraft, those guys were saying, does this passenger have permission to board? I told them I stayed 36 years there. You know what did these Indians who are there at the airport say? You stay 36 years, you stay 100 years. If they don't allow, no expat can go there. You're an expat, okay? He did this, and I was like, fuck, man. And then when the immigration officer, when he saw my passport, unbelievable. He asked me, this young chap is asking me, what's the purpose of your visit? For a guy like me who stayed in UAE for 36 years, he's asking me, what is the purpose of your visit? That's where I realized, man, this is never going to be a place where I can spend the rest of my life, which is where I decided I had to leave. But I guess others have not gone through this experience. That is why in UAE National Day or whatever, or UAE wins, oh, my home country, my motherland, and they'll wave the flag and they'll wear the shirt, my motherland. Say Jai Hind. That's all. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You agree, disagree? Because these are the few things I find absolutely irritating. Oh, a cock is right up there. Cock means hen. It's right up the tree. Anyway, you guys take care. This is me signing off. So let me know, what do you find cringe-worthy online that you would like to share? Alright? Guys, take care. It's me saying bye.